A couple for whom wanted bulletins were issued for by the police today turned themselves in to the authorities. The two are wanted for questioning in connection with money laundering and financial crime offenses in Guyana, according to the police. The couple, 40-year-old Riaz Ali and 30-year-old Jennifer Ali, were accompanied to the Special Organized Crime Unit SOCU by their attorney, Bernard De Silva. De Silva said he's concerned that the police issued wanted bulletins for the two, given that they are witnesses in a money laundering case that is before the court.
We all know that a wanted bulletin is issued when a person cannot be found, when efforts by the police would have failed. This is not the case. This is a case where the police are in constant contact, especially SOCU. They're in constant contact with these parties because they're prime witnesses. Surprisingly, it was not a summon issued to them, but rather a wanted bulletin, which means they are now a suspect. Which also means, by extension, that they will be prevented from giving evidence in the other matter, which is connected. I'm assuming it's connected, unless it's an independent investigation. So that wanted bulletin was issued yesterday. This is now less than 24 hours since I'm turning them in. I have indicated to SOCU that last night that I'll be turning them in today. The reason for not turning them in yesterday is because they were both out of town. They are business people and they were both out of town, and they would have been back like 7 last night in Georgetown. So they're here to clear their names. I've given them instructions as to how they respond, and they will not be giving any statement. They will exercise their right to remain silent. So you all can have this on record that if any confession statement arise out of this engagement with SOCU, it will be subject to challenge because they will not be acting against my instructions.
The case he's referencing is that of Kenneth and Damien Ramdarain and Yvette Sarup, all on remand following a charge of conspiracy to launder $1.4 billion. Both Jennifer Ali and her husband Riaz said they were surprised that the police issued wanted bulletins for them.
Nonsense. Like
It's total nonsense.
It's trash. Due to the fact that, we're very cooperative since 2021. We've been, every time SOCU needs us in here, we're here. With the whole investigation, we've always been cooperative. Actually, that Tuesday, he was Tuesday, right? He made contact with, I'm not going to mention name, here. So we've been constantly keeping in contact with SOCU. So I don't know what's the need for the wanted bulletin. Like, that took me by surprise. They could just pick the phone up, as they've done numerous times.
They have our address.
They have our address. And the thing is, they always call. If they need further assistance, they call, we're here. I don't know what's with the wanted bulletin. It's defaming my character, it's defaming my husband's, due to the fact that he's a custom officer. So, nonsense. No. We're the prime suspect in a ongoing investigation. Prime witness, not suspect. Prime witnesses,
right.
yeah.
The attorney said the police seemed to be misusing the wanted bulletins.
In the matter that I referred to earlier, which is now before the court, they indicate that my clients were attempting to flee the jurisdiction. Now, fleeing the jurisdiction does not mean you go through the regular port. You can go through several ports. But on that occasion, my clients were leaving the jurisdiction for the 5th time since that investigations commenced. Leaving for the 5th time means that you could have left before and not come back. They have left and come back. That by itself prevented me, as a ground for bail, prevented me from getting bail both in the magistrate's court and in the high court. The second ground that the prosecution raised in that matter for bail is that these persons are related and are family members of my clients in the substantive matter referred to, and that they will interfere with them. Now, my response, of course, would be interference with witnesses is a criminal offense, and that can be dealt with at another level. Nonetheless, the judge and the magistrate agree with the prosecution in those cases and refuse bail. So my clients are still not on bail.
Riaz is a customs broker, while Jennifer is a housewife. The couple has 2 young children.